Hey guys, I'm back with another team builder video. This week my opponent is the Waterloo Weaviles, which is coached by Kyle. So over here you see his team. Funny enough, his team is the Weaviles, and he drafted Weavile, and after I looked at my team, Weavile kind of destroys it. So, uh, he's most likely going to bring it unless he's like completely not paying attention to my team. So I'm anticipating it, and I'm just going to try and play around it as much as possible. So Fill Me With Loads is back today. Just an all-around good Pokemon. Again, on the physical side, he seems to, just looking at his attackers, it seems that a lot of his it's more of his other attackers that he might not bring, like Hitmontop, Gallade, Absol, Electivire, Trevenant, kind of, even though he's not a good switch-in for Trevenant. But they're all on the physical side. So is his Mega for this week, Charizard. So he's going to try and be as physically bulky as possible. Volt Switch, obviously, to keep momentum up. Hydro Pump is his main source of damage output. Will-O-Wisp to cripple any physical attackers he has. Also to block Thunderous's Thunder Wave, because he likes using Thunder Wave. And then we have, I switched Heatran's name to Lava Frog, because he looks more like a frog under consideration. He's just kind of like, he's there to provide like, just to provide offensive pressure. His Fire Blast is obviously big damage output. Flash Cannon gives him good coverage and is like kind of like the main Sylveon counter of this build. So I'm gonna have to hold on to him for Sylveon. Sylveon doesn't really touch him. My Mega for this week, Mega Heracross. Under consideration, both like Mega Ampharos is easily taken out by both of Kyle's Megas, since they're both Dragon types, and more notably Dragon types that are faster than Mega Ampharos. So I selected Mega Heracross. His coverage is good anyways. He obviously he like Mega Heracross has like good coverage just everywhere. Against his two Megas, I have Rock Blast for Charizard, and then had he chosen Sceptile, I could have just used Pin Missile. But other than that, if really anyone switching into Mega Heracross is a bad time, regardless of what happens. To be honest, I think Mega Heracross is probably, it's never a good switch into Weavile. I don't ever want to switch into Weavile, but I think he's my best defense against it. And then Dong Snout is also making a return this week. Both him and Lava Hound are using Stealth Rocks, because one thing about Kyle is he doesn't like to use nor get rid of entry hazards for whatever reason. So Stealth Rocks is a given. I don't really have very many spike users or toxic spikes or sticky web, considering it's only Smeargle and Galvantula. And I took Dong Snout over Galvantula because I don't know why, it was just a gut feeling. But anyways, other than that, the spamming knockoff is never a bad time. And then normally Dong Snout would carry Superpower in its last slot, but considering his team, Stone Edge actually hits it with better coverage. Mostly due to the fact that like he has a Fairy type, Thundurus is Flying type. Thundurus is Flying type blocks it. And yeah, like I don't know. It was like Stone Edge was just the better coverage move in this case. Then I'm bringing in Trixie Hobbitses again. So he's making a return with the same moveset that he had last time. Thunder Wave again, good form of speed control. Again, a knockoff spammer is always good. Um, U-turn to keep momentum, and sucker punch because priority, since my team seems to be lacking in that. And then what does the Fox say is making his debut on my team. I just needed something. This is just something that can outspeed his Weavile, can still deal a lot of damage, and gives me a lot of coverage against his team. So obviously, like, Fire Blast, Psychic, Dazzling Gleam is the norm. Trick is sometimes used here. I don't really like using Trick. It's just too risky, especially when, like, I don't know. There's nothing like really tricky with his Pokemon. It's not like, the stupid fucking Fear Rattata that relies on having Focus Sash to in order to function, like anything stupid like that. There's nothing here like that. I guess like maybe if he uses Trevenant, but to be honest, I highly doubt he's gonna use Trevenant, especially considering he knows that Big Beetle is my Mega, because Pin Missile will wreck him. Not to mention, I would assume he's predicting that I'm bringing Heatran, because I've brought Heatran all the other times. But yeah, so, oh, plus he's not even, like, I guess he could be running Sunny Day on Trevenant, but, like, that would be the only time Trevenant would need it for the Citrus Berry and Harvest and that kind of crap. But like, otherwise, like, I mean, what, we have leftovers. I guess if he decides to bring Gastrodon, having him Choice Scarf instead of having leftovers is okay, but then that really makes Delphox, like, I'd rather have a Choice Scarf Delphox than have his Gastrodon, like, have a Choice Scarf instead of leftovers. But yeah, other than that, we're pretty well just trying to take the beat down to his team. That's kind of the goal of this. We're just gonna have to try and play around anything that he decides to do differently. I originally had Braviary in this spot and was gonna have him debut because he does have an extensive amount of fire type, or sorry, not fire, fighting types. Like, cause he had, well, plus had he chosen Mega Sceptile, the flying would have hit him, and I would have also Choice Scarfed him. Would have hit him, Hitmontop, Gallade, and Trevenant. But like, none of those. Once he declared Charizard as his Mega, Braviary seemed obsolete, because like he can't really touch Suicune all that much, especially if he makes him physically bulky. Electivire poses a problem. I don't know. I just figured that Delphox would fit the slot nicer, so we're gonna try him out instead, and we're just gonna see how this team goes. I mean, to be honest, I put in a little less thought this time than I did last time, but that's because, like, school's starting to pick up now, and we've got assignments and stuff like that, and projects, and just in general schoolwork. So, but this is my team. This is my team for this week, and hopefully, hopefully I can do well this week and stay above 500. That would be nice. So I guess we'll see you at the battle.